Chad, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Sometimes I see situations in the VTuber community, and it makes you a little bit sad to be a part of the VTuber community. There's often like a certain VTweeters or grifters tends to go a little bit obstruct and go insane right off the road and do the most crazy stuff out there. And it's really sad because like I've seen people come by, and I've seen YouTubers, I've seen like casual viewers. And a lot of people tend to look at VTubers before they actually approach one to be very negative, to be very like hateful, argumental, have a crazy views. And often that is a translation from some bad grifters around the community. And today we have an example of that. Because today we're going to talk about a little situation that happened recently, and also a YouTube channel that I've reacted to twice actually. And I'm very sad to see that they're kind of a part of the problem. But before we get into that, if you're watching this on YouTube, and I would highly appreciate it if you could take a second to like this video, and also sub to the channel if you want to yap with us live and join us live. You're free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/attilleegames. But today we're going to start off with a little scenario that happened where a VTuber org called Lollipop announced, "We are Lollipop, a group of cute, funny, and puffy girls who come together to make everyone happy with their silly shenanigans." So, but essentially what happened is that there was a VTuber group coming out as just lolly avatars, which is not uncommon in the VTuber community to have a cutesy lolly avatar. People like looking at cute avatar. And I think that whenever you go to the brink of being lolly, you can also start looking at lolicons. But there's a lot of people out there that likes just the fashion of Lolita and likes cute stuff. So disregarding them instantly is very hard to it's not something you should do right away, because it's about the intent. And I can understand when people have like something can be a little sus or have suspicions around topics regarding lollies, but I don't see anything wrong with a grown adults or grown men or women just be using a cutesy avatar or liking Lolita fashion itself. And we have a situation here with a group, an org that comes out and announces themselves the 24th of June of being an org regarded 3 lolly characters. And what do you think happened whenever an org just randomly announced? People probably would be excited. Yay, a new VTuber group. That sounds fun. Lolly kind of makes me cringe, and that's completely fine to find it cringe, because that's understandable. It's understandable like anything that out there. But I think that if something makes you cringe or you dislike something, you should probably just not consume it. You should probably avoid it. You should not go into it. But what we have here is a situation where people don't ignore it. They rather create their own fucked up instances in their mind and rather go after it. I don't? Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing. Because this doesn't make sense to fixate your brain. This is a thing I think a lot, is that I don't understand why people want to fixate their brain about being hateful or sit there and like consume things that they dislike. Why would you hate watch? Why would you be someone that fixates and puts so much effort and strain and time into hating on someone that barely doesn't even know you, that doesn't care about you, that has no impact or any association with your life? You doing this will not change your life. But we have a situation when we got some bad-headed people going a little bit on top, which ended up with this group unfortunately being harassed a lot. Now, this group was made by just basically adult women. One of the women there were pregnant, and their plan was just to do Lolita and cutesy content with their lolly avatar. And again, lolly avatar, lolly VTubers, if you don't like them, that's fine. But in the end of the day, there's a lot of people that do like cutesy stuff. People like seeing cutesy stuff. And if you ask me, I love watching Shadow and Chibi say the most obnoxious, fucked up things in the entire world with their cute avatar. So there are some values to it that I find like nice. I'm not that interested in Lolita or any cutesy stuff, but I do find it very funny whenever the cute little anime girl says something super mentally ill. I think that takes me off the roof. That shocks me, you know. Who Shadow is a YouTuber. She's great. I'll show you a clip of her later. But regardless, I think these things are fun. But unfortunately, a lot of people on Twitter didn't find it fun. And we have another scenario where VTweeters shines again. Our grifters, the people, the tourists, the people that are just here pretending to be VTubers, that don't really produce any content, and just here to create a bad reputation for VTuber because of their own cause that are fixated in their own mind, that doesn't really matter, that doesn't have no impact on their life. But they just, for some reason, are mad. They are mad. They hate this. And we come up with a future dial where these individuals, these members, have been harassed by a lot of VTweeters left and right, all the time, constantly, and even to the point that they have been reported so many times that their accounts has been suspended while being constantly harassed online. They released a document stating their side of the story. So the org, the lolly org, basically posted a document explaining their side of the story. And we have some certain VTubers coming in as soon as they announce, going a little bit overboard. Now they start with telling you that their intentions are not this and that. They're talking about, we can understand this and that about lolly stuff, but we are focusing on Lolita content. Any harassment, witch hunting, doxing, racism is not fine by us. Explaining what lolly is. And then they go a little bit into cyberbullying and what's been happening the last few days. We can have a VTuber called Pippin Otter. I've never heard of her. If you are following me and support these girl, please unfollow me. I'm not comfortable with grown women acting like a children and being not only extremely sexual, but using slurs as well. You know what I think when people write this? If you are following me and support these girls, if you say this thing, if you say you're following me, go unfollow me, you know what you sound like? You sound like a toddler. You sound like a child. Because what grown adult in this society says this to anybody? You sound obnoxious and stupid. If you want to be hateful toward a group or VTubers, don't put your people around you in that barrier where you would be do or do not. These kind of posts are just focused on hate. These posts are childish. These posts are absolutely obnoxious and annoying, and I hate every time I see a post like this from any VTweeters or VTuber or content creator, because I'm gonna be real, I don't see content creator post this shit. I see normal obnoxious people post something like this, and I see stupid VTweeters post this shit. This is annoying. It puts everybody in a bad loop. This is clearly a way to focus on creating a hateful direction toward these individuals, and it's awful. It's nice. This is just normal 3 women announcing their debut as a VTuber, and you're clearly, I bet if I look up this individual here, I bet that if I look her up, she's probably not that looking like an adult mother either. Let me take a quick look. Actually, I haven't prepared her. Let's see, what's her name? Pippin Otter. Pippin Otter. This is her model. Chat, I will ask you. We have people from Zach. We have VTuber fans. We are K-pop fans. We have adults, children. Guys, does this look like a 35-year-old woman? Does this look like an adult? No? 14. Nah? Chat, do you think she is any position to sit and hate on lollies if she has a model like this? Answer honestly. I don't mind if you disagree. I just want to know what y'all think. Because I don't think if you have a child avatar that looks like they're 13, I don't think you're in any position at all to sit here and talk about these kind of things. I'm sad Static Tokyo Falser, but I don't know. Maybe he's just paying attention. I really love Static Tokyo. He's a great guy. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel. He's an amazing dude. I love his dude. And what do we see? What do we see, chat? A grifter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that the individual creating these kind of trends and saying these things as a VTuber are barely streaming? Oh my god. I'd never guess. Oh my god, I want to use a girlfriend. Yeah, you're doing these clickbait thingy as a kid. Okay, great. Yeah, so again, I don't think they're basically just posting all of the crazy shenanigans popping up in their feed. A lot of people just harassing their talking bad mouth about them, when in the reality what is going on is that these women, and one of them is a pregnant woman, keep in mind, and I do want to say why she's pregnant. I want to say the reason why I'm emphasizing she's pregnant is that because if you don't know biology, when a woman is pregnant, the chemical reactions in her body while maintaining and feeding her baby will make her more easily emotional, easily stressed, and be sweatier, and just generally feel a little bit more off-putting. So whenever you put her in a scenario like this that she's facing off right now, where people are constantly sending her death threats, harassing her, trying to get her stuff banned, this will put her off. And we'll get back to it in a bit. But you see all of these individuals over here are, this is just like focusing on everybody harassing. But there's one individual that really popped off. Out of all of these people, all of these people, there's one that popped up. Before we get into that, I want to look at this. Look at this base, dude. Says the person that, wait, look at this. They're also arguing. Says the person wanting to watch grown women play toddlers on the internet. Nah, I don't care about who behind the model. Could be a guy for all I care. I want to see cute anime stuff. Thanks. That's exactly what most people think. You can go watch more anime and not grown up asking if you want to fuck a toddler. Y'all toddler cons and it's just cute stuff. Ooh, fucking disgusting. The way they write is so obnoxious. Weird scenario you have in your head. Maybe retweeting isn't for you if you're going to conflict reality with fiction. Fucking based. And that's the problem with most people that are hateful like this, is because they're making these weird scenarios in their head when people are just being normal. They're just watching stuff. They're just enjoying content. They just enjoy content and chill out. But nah, the people that are hateful toward this has created this mindset where the most crazy, obnoxious, wild scenario is happening in their brain, and they think this is what's reality. And it's an issue. But again, we come in here to somebody popping off in the chat. I want to come and clap. I would love claps for this individual. This individual here has been popping off. Nayumi over here has really enjoyed taking the time to post daily, constantly, about this VTuber org, constantly advocating harassment, constantly talking in the Discord, on Twitter and other places about how weird they are, talking about them being, you know, they're liking CP, and generally being like on the form of nasties that grown adults should probably put in jail for or be castrated. So you know, she's really advocating it. She's popping the hell off. This is her job now. And you know what I find mostly fun about this? She's gone to the extent that they got their account suspended. She got a whole parade of VTweeters to constantly harass them, DM them, send them death threats, be racists, and say all of these nasty things, spamming every form of media, getting other VTubers and VTweeters onto jumping on this train of being hateful. They got their accounts suspended. They got these lolly accounts suspended. They got the pregnant lady nearly wanted to take her own life because of how much harassment she was getting. And that sucks. That does suck. Because you need to keep in mind, these VTweeters are representing the VTuber community. And it sucks and it's so sad to see people behave like this, so obnoxious, so hateful, so weird, and be a part of a community that is so like that tends to be so kind. I looked at her Twitter account and she has an okay following. I guess that's what you get for being a VTweeter. But I found out by looking at her Twitch account that for the first of all, that she does 18 plus ASMR content. And I also found out that she's a grifter. Barely streams. Nobody gives a fuck. And so I don't think if you make 18 plus content, I don't think you should sit there and look at somebody that doesn't make 18 plus content, but that has a cutesy avatar. I don't think you should you should say that they are in the wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing 18 plus content. But again, you're kind of stepping, you kind of doing something a little bit over the top. And you're looking at these people that are just have a cutesy avatar. And they are in the wrong. They're in the wrong. No. You licking your microphone or whatever you do on 18 plus. No, you're not in the wrong. They're in the wrong for having a cutesy avatar. You're not a VTuber, by the way, if you don't produce a lot of content. If you stream, if 20 hours a month is your stream, if you stream for 20 hours a month, you're not a VTuber. You're a VTweeter. Go live. Start streaming. People talk about, is a PNG model a VTuber? Is a 3D model a VTuber? Is a casual 2D model a VTuber? Yes. If you make content. If you're constantly live, if you're producing content and you use a virtual avatar, you're a VTuber. It doesn't matter. Content is all that matter. But if you're like just going live randomly and you have a VTuber model, you're not a VTuber. You're disgusting if you behave this way. And this comes up to I think in the end of the day, it's just very disappointing to see that people are not pushing down on this. Like, I think you see that people are just, I think that normal people just don't care. Like, they don't care about these people because they're like often just in their own head and always just, they're just insane. This is mental issues. They are insane. They're taking it far beyond over an issue that has nothing to do with them at all. This does not have to do anything with them at all. And a channel that I used to react to, Caitlyn. I reacted to 2 of her videos. I thought she seemed nice. But it seemed like she didn't do her research. Because she did a video on these lolly groups. And she targeted them as exactly as these VTweeters are putting them up to be. And it got all of their accounts suspended. They got 2 of their accounts suspended, I believe. After she posted this video. It got sent around to the public enough that it got theirs suspended. And when she found out it got suspended, this was her response.
Gio, I've been lurking for a while and I don't know if you mentioned this yet. I haven't talked about the lollipop stuff. I will not talk about it on stream because I'm probably going to make a second video about it. But my Twitch will get banned if I talk about it on stream due to how sensitive the topics are.
No, it won't.
So I'm going to record it off stream.
It could be banned because of the way you look at it.
Didn't know if you mentioned, a bit worried with all the people that are with the lollipop group or organizing a mass report raid. Yeah, what are they going to do? Mass report me?
No, they got mass reported. but they will probably report your video for false information that is targeting. It's false information that is putting them in a bad light. You deserve to be reported if that's the case. You're putting them on an extremely bad light. They don't deserve it.
Nice try. I've already... Look, I'm going to be fully honest, and this is going to be mean. They're not big enough to put a dent in me.
Let me replay that.
Look, I'm going to be fully honest, and this is going to be mean. They're not big enough to put a dent in me.
I love when content creators have their ego like all the way around. I think I think it's very interesting whenever ego is getting like all around in their brain. I think it's whenever they start getting growth a lot and they start feeling like they're very special and not just a regular individual. They start thinking that, oh, it's all me. The world is about me. Nobody can push me down. It's all about me. And in a way, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt that she kind of means more the fact that they can't really take her down. They can't push her down at all. But the way she says it sounds so wrong.
To be honest, okay, I've already called out Gideon, and I had the entirety of Gideon's Stan fan base mass report me. So
this is like some, I'm gonna be real, this is very some ego trip going on here. Like, are you that mighty and powerful? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh.
How about acknowledging the wrong and looking into it properly? Do your research, because you're clearly meant to be a channel that does research and talk about topics. I'm gonna take down my reacts of this channel, because what you're doing is that you are not a personality. You are not a personality in this whole thing. You are just someone talking about news, and you didn't talk about the news correctly. You painted someone in a bad light, and whenever you are accountable, this is your response. They are not big enough to put a dent in me, is her response.
That their little lolly accounts is not gonna put a dent into me.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Now I'm gonna end it with what Shadow would say in a bit, but I do want to say that just real quick that I think it's very sad to see somebody really put all of their ego on top of their own actions. Like, is it so hard to acknowledge that you did a mistake? Is it hard to research if you are a newslet VTuber, like a newslet channel? If you're not even a VTuber, but you're talking about VTubing, you're a grifter. You're using VTuber content to get advertisement for yourself. You're using VTuber news to get attention. And then whenever you create some harm in the community, you're not going to acknowledge it? Or you suck. You suck, man. That's bad. Now, maybe she did, like, I don't know, like, maybe she has a completely different look. But I'm gonna be real. If you fuck up, at least acknowledge it. That's all I say. That's all I say. Now we can end it with a little Shadow clip, because I love Shadow. I saw this. This is the clip that showed me this entire drama, by the way.
Get with the times. We don't like real women anymore. What
True.
do you mean these virtual women go online and make money and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on? Yep. Get over it, whore. Your days are over. Your womb is drying up. My womb is eternal.
Yeah. It's over. Get out of here, real women. Get out of here. And that's where we're gonna end it. Oh man, that's tragic. That's tragic. God, this is, by the way, this is what I think is funny about lolly VTubers. Whenever they say the most fucked up, insane stuff with their little cute avatar, I think there's some comedy that's mixed within that, because you don't expect that to ever come out of her mouth. That's why I love Shadow and Chibi. But regardless, if you watch this video, tell me down below, what do you think? I think this is sad. I'm really disappointed. I'm very disappointed in both her, and I'm disappointed in these VTweeters for putting this as the biggest thing that matters in their goddamn life. Like, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Let these women go out there and be a lolly. Like, no, but they're not doing anything sexual. They're just about to make content. Be happy there's a new org coming out. Let them do their thing. They're not doing anything wrong. They just want to make content. That's what I ended on. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to sub to the channel and hear about more stuff that I yap about and react to, feel free to sub. And if you want to come yap with us live and join us live, feel free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/attilleegames. I'd love to see you, and I appreciate you watching now. See you next time. Bye-bye.